You know that strange moment when someone is caught in a lie and they still keep lying. You show them the proof. You repeat what happened. You ask one simple question, but they do not stop. They explain. They deny. They twist the story. Sometimes they even look hurt, as if you are the one being unfair. And this is what makes it scary. The lie is not only fighting against you, it is fighting against reality. You may think, how can they say this when they know I know? But the human mind is not always trying to be honest. Many times it is trying to feel safe. And when truth feels unsafe, the brain can turn a lie into a shield. That is why people can lie even when they are caught. Not because the truth is missing, but because the truth feels too heavy to hold. Think about a normal moment. Someone comes home late. You already know where they were. You saw a message. You heard something from a friend. So you ask, where were you? They say, nowhere. Your stomach drops, not because of the answer, but because of how easily it comes out. You ask again. They get angry. They say you are dramatic. They say you always make things a big deal. Now the conversation is no longer about where they were. It is about whether you can trust your own eyes. This is why lying hurts so deeply. It does not only hide information, it attacks your sense of reality. A relationship is built on a quiet agreement. We may disagree about feelings, but we must agree on basic facts. When someone denies clear facts, your mind starts working harder. You replay the moment. You check your memory. You wonder if you missed something. And slowly the lie begins to take space inside your head. That is one of the darkest parts of lying. Sometimes the liar hands part of the weight to you. But before we call every liar cold or evil, we have to understand something uncomfortable. Many people learn to lie before they understood what honesty really meant. For some children, telling the truth did not lead to safety. It led to anger, shame, punishment, or rejection, so the brain learned a simple rule. Truth is danger. Hide first. Explain later. This rule can stay in the body for years. Later, as an adult, the person may not be facing a dangerous parent anymore. They may be facing a partner, a friend, or a coworker. But the old alarm still goes off. Their chest gets tight. Their face feels hot. Their thoughts speed up. The brain is not asking, what is the right thing to do? It is asking, how do I escape this feeling? And a lie gives fast relief, not long-term peace, not real safety, just relief. That is why lying can become a habit. The brain repeats what removes pain quickly, even if the pain comes back stronger later. Imagine the mind like a small house with a smoke alarm. When a person is caught, the truth is like smoke entering the room. A healthy mind opens the windows, but a defensive mind covers the alarm and pretends there is no fire. For a few seconds, the noise stops, but the room is still filling with smoke. This is what happens when someone lies after being caught. They are not solving the problem. They are only turning down the pain signal. Every person has a story about who they are. I am a good person. I am loyal. I am not the kind of person who hurts people. This story is their self-image. It helps them feel stable. But when someone is caught lying, the truth crashes into that story. Now the mind has two things that cannot easily live together. I lied, and I am a good person. This creates mental pressure. The brain hates that pressure. It wants the discomfort to stop, so it looks for a way out. One way is to admit the truth and grow, but that requires courage, shame tolerance, and emotional maturity. The easier way is to change the story. I did not really lie. You misunderstood. I only said that because you would get mad. It was not a big deal. This is not random. This is the brain trying to protect the person from seeing themselves clearly. And sometimes, the person starts believing their own excuse because believing it hurts less than facing the truth. This is one reason proof does not always work. You think more proof will open their eyes. But if their brain sees truth as a threat, more proof can feel like a bigger attack. So they defend harder. This is why some people become more confident in the lie after being caught. Their confidence is not always strength. Sometimes it is panic wearing a mask. And here is the part that is hard to accept. Some lies are not created to fool you. They are created to calm the liar. The lie says you are still good. The lie says you are not exposed. The lie says you can escape this moment. That is why it can sound so convincing. The lie is not only being spoken to you, it is being spoken inward. So what do you do when someone keeps lying? First, slow the moment down. Do not throw 10 questions at once. A trapped mind does not become honest. Because the pressure gets louder, it usually becomes more defensive. Say one clear sentence. I know what happened. I am asking for the truth now. Then stop. Silence can feel powerful because it removes the hiding places. When you speak too much, the other person can argue with your words. When you speak clearly and stop, they have to face the space between you. Second, name the behavior, not the whole person. Say, "You lied about this." Do not say, "You are nothing but a liar." This does not mean you are being soft. It means you are being accurate. When you attack a person's whole identity, their brain protects identity first. But when you name the behavior, there is more room for responsibility. Third, look for what the lie is protecting. Every repeated behavior has a reward. Maybe the reward is avoiding shame. Maybe it is avoiding conflict. Maybe it is keeping control. Maybe it is not losing someone. Ask yourself, what feeling are they trying not to feel? This question does not excuse them. It shows you the engine behind the lie. Fourth, ask for one honest sentence, not the whole story. Not a perfect apology, just one honest sentence. Tell me the part you are most afraid to say. This works because the nervous system can handle truth in smaller pieces. One honest sentence can open a door, or it can show you the door is locked from the inside. Both answers matter. Fifth, watch repair, not words. Some people confess only because they are tired of being caught. That is not the same as change. Real repair has a pattern. They answer clearly. They stop hiding details. They accept that trust will take time. They do not rush you to get over it. This matters because the brain rebuilds trust through repeated evidence. Your nervous system does not relax because someone says, "I promise." It relaxes when their actions become steady enough to believe. So do not measure truth by one emotional speech. Measure it by what changes after the speech is over. And here is the simple model to remember. A lie is a shield. Proof is a mirror. Shame is the fire behind the person. If you only push the mirror closer, some people will raise the shield higher. But if you understand the fire, you stop blaming yourself for why they refuse to see. You can stay calm. You can stay clear. You can choose boundaries without needing them to agree with your reality. Because sometimes the most painful lesson is this. A person can want your forgiveness more than they want honesty. They can want peace more than repair. They can want the relationship to continue, but not want the truth that would make it real again. And that is where you must listen to your own nervous system. If your body is always tense around someone, if your mind is always checking, if your heart feels like it is waiting for the next version of the story, that is information. Trust is not only a thought, it is a body state. It is the feeling of not needing to guard every room inside yourself. So when someone lies even after being caught, do not only ask, "Why are they doing this?" Ask, "What is this doing to me?" Because understanding psychology does not mean you must stay near the pattern. It means you can see it clearly. You can understand the shield. You can understand the fire, and still decide that your peace matters. The truth does not need to beg forever. At some point, it becomes quiet. It stands in the room without shouting, and the people who are ready will meet it. The people who are not will keep building walls. But you do not have to live inside someone else's wall. You can step back. You can breathe. You can trust what you saw. I know the truth now. Then let their next action tell you who they really are.